Last time on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, Gohan and Cell were announced for the 300 million down. Oh my god, look at that super! That's insane! Wait. Okay. Last time on Dragon Ball... Son of a... Not done yet!
What up, Dokkaners? Welcome back to Toonrami for another video on
Dragon Ball Z
Dokkan Battle. The 300 million download celebration has arrived in terms of news. Not the actual celebration. It's not here yet, but it's coming out in 10 days if you're watching this on the day that it was posted on YouTube. Wow, there's a ton to get to. Awesome news. So I'm going to do this in the best way possible in terms of simplicity and keeping things straightforward, all right? And the best way to do that is to use our trusty sidekick, Reddit. Dude, I love this thing. I've been missing out for so long on Reddit. Reddit is so cool. So, let's get started. We'll just go in order from what we see here. A big shout out to the original poster of this Reddit thread, ZarenLeilan. I hope I'm saying that right. He basically consolidated all the information that we need from the live stream event. If you saw it, it's kind of difficult to really get much out of it if you don't speak Japanese or read Japanese. So it was a little difficult for us global players or non-native Japanese speakers to get much out of it, but then we have people like Talon and Goresh and those types of guys who lead the way for translations and all that stuff. So this is the entirety of the live stream. First things first, wallpapers have been added or are going to be added. You can choose from several different wallpapers to log in, and they will be customizable on your home screen apparently. So this was the first panel that they showed during the live stream, which is cool. Having any sort of customization, changing the aesthetics of your game always enhances the appeal because there's more options. Having more options of any kind is always a good thing. Next, Global versus Japan event. So there's another challenge battle going on. Global and Japan are once again competing to see who can outscore the other. This time around, we will have a punching machine-like event, with the winner receiving an SSR Cell, perfect form, and the loser receiving a Hercule. So let's check this link out. This is the second panel that they showed. Honestly, I kind of want to lose because there are so many Cell units out there, and one more, which I'll get to in a minute. But that Hercule that's really funny because that is the butt slap Hercule from the Cell games just before he realized that there are people on the planet that are stronger than human beings. So that was a very iconic moment, and I want to have that with this Hercule. So if we were to win, which we have a fair shot at winning. JP is great and all, but there are a lot more global players. So we have a decent shot at winning, and I kind of don't want to. So a little weird there. After that, we've got probably my favorite announcement other than the units coming, which is the new Super Battle Road stage announcement. So there are 10 more stages coming to Dokkan for Super Battle Road. They're going to be incredibly difficult, and but if you are able to do a handful of them, you will then get this unit, the LR Bulma and Goku Youth unit, riding a raptor from the early Dragon Ball days. Now, there's a lot here. Obviously, we don't understand it except for the numbers, so let's look at the translations that we see on Reddit. Man, Reddit is amazing. So, the passive skill has been translated, plus 7% attack and defense, max 35% per Dragon Ball Seekers category ally on the team. The same thing applies to youth categories, as well as Dragon Ball Saga categories. There is no limit to how many of these passives can activate at once, meaning if you were to have an entire team of all three of these categories that fit these categories, which there are plenty of, I believe, you get 35% attack and defense times 3. That's 105%. That's awesome. On top of that, key plus 1 up to 5 for joined force category leaders in your team. Wait, joined forces category leaders or just joined forces units? I'm not sure about that one, but the point is this is a very versatile LR and he will be well worth the effort that you put into doing the Super Battle Road. Now, some additional pieces of information that I will either present or you will see here are surely from the talented translations of Goresh and other Dokkaners. Goresh said that the Super Battle Road, the 10 stages, 3 of them have been revealed, either in-stream or somewhere else. Those 3 categories that have been revealed are Giant Form, Universe Survival Saga, and Super Saiyan 3. Which makes sense, because if you're doing Super Battle Road now, after having done all the types, and then having done the first batch of categories, naturally the next set of Super Battle Roads would be the next batch of categories. So, there you have it. Next, the story event, Ultimate Clash Cell Games. A new story event showcasing Gohan's struggle against Cell rages to life. Recruit a new SSR Goku that can be Dokkan Awakened. You will also be able to get Goku's hidden potential orbs in this event. So basically what this is, it's a story event with a free rainbow unit. Now what's cool about this unit, you will see now here, well this is the panel that they showed. So this is the art for the event. More about the Goku unit in a second, actually. We'll just go in order. I want to keep things simple. Battlefield, Virtual Dokkan Clash, Android version. So we just had a GT-themed Virtual Dokkan Clash for Global because of the 4-year anniversary. So all the enemies were GT-themed, naturally. They are going to be doing that again. This time, all of Dr. Giro's androids will be coming to the battlefield. An all-new battlefield focus around Dr. Giro's androids will be coming. Battlefield crystals from this event can be traded for SSR Krillin and SSR Android 18. Note, images appear to be the UR states of the units. So, let's take a look at both of these links. This is what the Dokkan Clash art will be like. So it seems like the first form Cell, one of my boys. If you see my videos, I love this guy and I like doing his voice. He will be the final boss. Probably. And we've got sightings for androids 13, 14, and 15. Does this mean that we could be seeing a resurgence for those guys? Because we don't have an android 14 or 15 as of yet. We have several android 13s. One is notoriously horrible to farm. So could this mean that there are going to be some new androids on the way? That would be awesome. They are long, long overdue. So these are the 2 new units coming to the Dokkan Clash shop. You will earn them from fighting in the Clash, getting those battlefield memories, spending them most likely, and then you'll get these 2 guys, Krillin and Android 18. What the Reddit post had said was that these are most likely the TUR states of them, so you have not seen the forms that they take before they are awakened. In order to awaken them, though, you will likely need the Ultimate Clash medals, as you do with any of the units that you've had to awaken from the Clash itself. So pretty cool though, because Krillin is finally making his way onto the big time stage. He has been sitting on the sidelines for so long. It is awesome to see him getting some attention. Granted, it is a free-to-play unit. I'm hoping that he will get a Dokkan Fest at some point. Piccolo just had one. I feel like Krillin is on the way. Alright, so next. Limited event Hyperbolic Time Chamber. You will be able to get Elder Kais and other rewards from this event. This event will be available twice during the campaign. Details on this are a little sparse, but I think that this is potentially going to be like the daily login missions that we had, and then some of these special ones that we had during the 4-year anniversary. For the daily logins that you have, regardless, those are the things like the training with Roshi, the Hercule World Tournament thing where you get a bunch of money, training in the clouds. I think that's the one where you fight either Goku, Popo, something like that. I think this will be along the lines of one of those. If not, it will be a special... Well, obviously it's going to be a limited event, because if you're getting Elder Kais as a reward, you can't be doing that every single day and getting Kais every single day. So there will be some sort of limitation. After that, the 300 million downloads ticket campaign. So, I talked about this before when the rumors started circulating about the 300 event on the way. And let's dive into that now. So we will be given tickets depending on how many stones we have spent. Cutoff date for spending will be notified in-game. Basically, to simplify it, everything you spent over the last year from the 250 million download celebration till now will be totaled. That total will be divided by 50, and then you will get that many tickets. This is the banner that you will be summoning with those tickets. So if you used 1,000 stones, you'll be getting 20 tickets. that's pretty good. Now, this is the banner. As you can see, headlining the show is the transforming Frieza and the transforming Goku. Also, you've got Royal Blue Vegeta, Ultra Instinct. You've got Turles hiding in the back. Probably the most valuable unit is hiding way in the back, which is funny. Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Future Gohan, MVP 17, and Jiren. So this is subject to change. I don't know if this is exactly what it's going to be, because this was a live stream on the Japanese Bandai Namco website. It could potentially change. You can never be sure, but more likely than not, this will be the majority. And if you're going to be using tickets mainly to summon on it, it makes sense, because these are units that have been around for the past year-ish. Maybe not recently, but they've been around during the past 365 days. So it's natural that the tickets that you earned from spending stones to get these guys before can be now attained once again. It makes sense. It's kind of poetic in that way. Dual Dokkan Fest units arrived. So this is the big ticket item right here. Everyone was rumoring and theorizing that the theme would be Cell and Gohan, and they were right. And not only were they right, they were so right that we were given some really great news regarding this. A new LR Cell and LR Gohan arrived at Dokkan Battle. Both units have active skills. Man, do they have active skills. So these are the two units, likely in their LR forms. According to, I don't know exactly definitively where I heard this, so I'll just say sources. According to sources, one of these two units, the one on the right, the Cell, is a transforming Cell in the way that Frieza is a transforming Cell. Frieza is a transforming unit, Goku is a transforming unit, and Vegeta is a transforming unit, where they progressively change over time. If that is the case, then my theory from a long time ago has come to fruition. I made a video a long time ago, around the time that the Piccolo Dokkan Fest was announced, and I said that at some point, Cell needs to be the next transforming unit. We have had two Supers go transforming. We've had one Extreme go transforming. We need to have some extreme representation, and I wanted it to be Cell because Cell was the most sensible choice. He has multiple forms. He is a well-loved enemy. He's a well-loved villain. He is my favorite villain in all of Dragon Ball. So this was fantastic news for me to find out. He is going to be a physical unit because during the live stream, there was a single frame, I believe, where you could see at the bottom the color outlining his circle, outlining the character of Cell, and it was orange, which indicates physical. And for Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, it is likely going to be one of those single transformation mechanics via the active skill, kind of like the legendary Super Saiyan Broly, most likely. But this is fantastic news because Super Saiyan 2 Gohan now gets an actual good unit, not a so-so LR. This one's actually good. So the two active skills are here. I have already posted them in a previous video, free of any dialogue from me, free of any noise from anything else except for what you want to watch and what you want to hear. So go check out that video. It's much better to watch it there than to watch it while listening to my annoying voice ramble on and on. So these two are about those active skills and what they do. LR Gohan explodes with rage and obliterates his enemies with overwhelming force. Gohan has an active skills transforming him from Super Saiyan 1 to Super Saiyan 2. So like I said, he will transform via the active skill, which means he will be a Super Saiyan 1 Gohan as an LR. You can run him alongside the LR Int Gohan if you have that. I don't have that, but if you have that, you can run both of them, which is pretty cool because they will link up very well. LR Cell reappears out of the dust to prove his might and reassert his perfection. That's referring to the moment when he destroys Trunks after recovering from the instant transmission planetary explosion that happens on King Kai's planet. Cell has an active skill, Super Attack. It doesn't go into detail, but he basically is using his Kamehameha to end the Earth, once and for all, where he fights Gohan in that one final beam struggle. So that's it for the first part of the 300 million download celebration. This was the chunk of the live stream, along with a few quiz questions, which was very fun. None of the global players knew anything about what was going on, but they had little interactive sessions with the fans where They would ask you things. If you got it right, you would get stones. Naturally, they were going to give you stones anyway. They even had a tile breaking scene take place where one of the 3 producers of Dokkan, I believe, put on a glove and chopped down some tiles, which was funny to watch, in commemoration of Hercule, you know, his whole showboating scene right before he gets destroyed by Cell. Alright, so they provided a very small portion of information regarding the part 2 of the celebration, so we'll go over that as well. There is an Extreme Z Awakening for the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan STR. So this has been long theorized for forever, because this is a very old unit that he would get an EZA. It's good because it adds more to the appeal of the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan unit. Generally speaking, there aren't many. There isn't a single one that's good right now, really. The LR one is great for doing mass damage, but it has no defense, no real good link skills. Now, with other units that are coming in with their own traits, this is excellent for the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. So this EZA will be great because he can also pair up with the LR one that we're about to get. And you don't have to use the int version if you don't have that. Challenge Battle. A new raid approaches. Dr. Zero's amalgamation Cell has gathered the world's mightiest fighters for an all-out brawl. This will be an event where Global and JP have to work together to defeat Perfect Cell. It will be similar to the Jiren and Omega Shenron Extreme Z battle. So during those I'll just talk about the Omega Shenron because that was the most recent that happened. Basically, everyone unites. You have to reach certain milestones. If you do, within the certain time limit that they give, which is totally doable, we get rewards. That's the same thing here, which is great. It adds that sense of camaraderie between JP and Global. There is no hate between JP and Global. There is only love. Twitter campaign. Mystery solving countdown campaign. Cell seeks to prove his intellect and test it against his foes. There will be a Twitter campaign where we will have to answer questions. We will be getting Dragon Stones if we get the right answers. So, more Dragon Stones, basically. Also during the live stream, after all was said and done, everybody got 50 Dragon Stones, which is a free multi, which is nice. And the final bit of news from this live stream were the VJump leaks. So this kind of happened towards the tail end of the live stream as they were just finishing up. The latest VJump magazine has revealed an exciting new mechanic. It's for the STR base form Vegeta and the new base form Goku. So the Goku that I mentioned earlier from that story event, we will now talk about him and what he's doing. So STR base form Vegeta and a new base form Goku will Dokkan Awaken into combination units that can then swap out for the other unit. So that sounds weird. Let me elaborate. First things first. This is the Vegeta. It's already released on JP. He is a free-to-play. As you can see, under categories, it only says Vegeta's family. But Vegeta's a pure Saiyan. But why isn't he a pure Saiyan in the categories? The reason is because Dokkan does not remove categories when a unit is transformed or awakened, which means if the category was never there to begin with, it means that the final form of the unit doesn't qualify as that category. And his final form is going to be Vegeta and Trunks. Vegeta and Trunks, that's not a pure Saiyan's unit. That is a pure Saiyan and a hybrid Saiyan, meaning it doesn't apply to either category. So that's why he is not under the pure Saiyan's category lead. Now, what is this whole swapping mechanic? Basically, I think they're trying this new thing in Dokkan and they want to see how people receive it. So just imagine that Vegeta and Trunks are on this card. And at a certain point, Vegeta will leave the fight. I don't know if that is from a manual activation of a skill that you have or what, but he will retreat, according to Goresh, he will retreat, leaving Trunks to be the lone unit. So I think that this is a transformation of some kind where instead of having a combination, you can then change your unit into a different category for the sake of the battle. If you're doing a certain event that requires a hybrid Saiyan and you want to get the additional bonuses from having a hybrid Saiyan, you can activate this skill to have Vegeta retreat so that it can just be Trunks, and then Trunks can reap the benefits of whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. I think that's what they were trying to do, and this is sort of a live fire test for them to see whether it clicks with fans. So it's not only happening to this Vegeta, but it's also going to be happening to the Goku. So here's the VJump leak right here. As you can see, I mentioned just now the Vegeta, he will Dokkan Awaken into this. It's kind of blurry, I apologize for that. This is a leak after all. Everything, the news is still coming in, guys. So a lot of the images are still blurry. people are trying to, res up, but it's not that easy when you're trying to get the news out first. So Vegeta will awaken into him on the right, right here, Vegeta and Trunks, and then an activation skill will take place where you retreat, and then it's just Trunks. Here, base form Goku in the hyperbolic time chamber. That's why he's wearing the Saiyan armor. He Dokkan awakens into Goku and Gohan. You can see that right here. And then once he retreats, it's just Gohan, another hybrid Saiyan. I think this is kind of cool. This will add a new dimension to the gameplay. It will make you think just a little bit more, which is always fun. So that is about it, guys, for the entirety of this live stream. I gotta say, watching it, it wasn't too exciting because I wasn't able to read anything. I was sort of being fed the information from various streams that I was watching, like Truth and Tiger, the actual stream itself from Bandai. It was very difficult to follow along, but there were a few moments that really, really, really made me love the fact that I am a Dragon Ball fan. When they showed the active skills for the two units, for Gohan and Cell, it was incredible. It was a very, very, very memorable moment as a Dragon Ball fan. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you found this all informative. Let me know if you have any questions. I will do my best to answer them for you. I'm sure you'll have a lot of other ways to get them answered because everyone is talking about this right now. This is a huge deal for Dokkan. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like. Let me know in the comments down below, what are you most excited for? Is it Cell? Is it Gohan? Is it the retreat mechanic? Is it something else? Let me know in the comments. And be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future. But once again, thank you, stay tuned, and always remember to Dokkan responsibly. And oh my god, those animations!